Howdy, hi everybody. Brett Miller from 77 Media here to let you know we're doing another video in our small series we're doing where we're talking with our moderators, at least one of them right now, Stutii. She had a few more questions, so we're making a couple of videos on it. And since it's not a surprise in this episode, it's just a continuation. Please continue to like and subscribe to our videos so you can see when we start doing other stuff like this, where we're probably going to possibly reach out to other guest speakers, so to speak, and get their viewpoints and get some of their inputs. Anyway, please enjoy the following video.
Hi everyone, we're going to continue talking with Stutii Singh, who has questions that she's been asking me to share answers with you. And Stutii, as you probably already know, is one of the moderators at our Switchwords groups on Facebook and also runs Blue Iris Gold workshops on WhatsApp. Without further ado, let's let Stutii tell us what her next question is.
So Kat, I think pretty much all of us who are following you know that all this amazing information is available at the Blue Iris Learning Center. Thank you, Joe. And if you could give us a little insight on how that started, and was it always meant to be like a online open university or college to learn all that we do?
Well, I didn't know what I was doing when I set up Blue Iris Learning Center. I just knew that I wanted a place where we could openly share the tools that I had been gleaning and gathering together. And it's always been my intention to give as much free as I possibly could. I really liked what Shannon Phoenix once said with regard to why there are subscriptions to Blue Iris and why some things cost. It was just cute. All this information is free, she said. Hand-holding extra. What a way to look at it. We give a lot. Not just me. It's not just me that's giving. It's our moderators at our group. It's even members of our group. We have a number of people who have attended workshops with Stutii who are helping out on the group just as a way to really expand and allow so many more people to learn about switchwords. Once I set up Blue Iris Learning Center, I began to expand, as I always do. Don't we always do that? We love to create and expand. And as I began to do that, we first put up the community and we put up the forum being a place where people can ask questions and such. And the forum is available to read to anybody that wants to. But if you want to interact with people there, you have to subscribe to Blue Iris. And there are many boards available to Blue Iris Learning Center's subscription holders that aren't available to everybody else. It's got a lot of proprietary information. At this point, we have probably well over 1,000 energy circles in the subscription boards on Blue Iris. There are some in the general stuff that's available to the public, and that's cool. We don't mind sharing a lot with you, but when it gets extremely intense and there's a lot of work involved, it's important that I have the ability to maintain and run the Blue Iris Learning Center. So yeah, there are subscriptions. And what's really cool is since we came to Facebook, I created a group that is a very private group, and only subscribing members to Blue Iris get access to this group. And that gives our members a safe place to ask questions, to learn, and so much more is shared on that private group than on the public groups. But you know what? You don't have to join it. We have so much information available to you, both on the community at Blue Iris, in the main open boards, the general boards at the forum, and then on all of the Facebook groups. We have, I believe, 5 or 6 groups on Facebook that Blue Iris oversees. And I'll have Brent list in his comments the links to those groups so you have access to them. Additionally, we have a site, Blue Iris Biz, which gives us a place, a portal for people to buy products and whatever there. Now, Joe, my husband, bless his soul, keeps the business end going for me, and when necessary, updates and helps me out on the blueiris.org, though most everything at blueiris.org I have been responsible for. And so yeah, all that stuff there, written by or compiled by me. Yeah, there are others that have done things, and I cite them. You'll see things referring to Dr. Bina Bakshi. You'll see references to Rhoda. You'll see references to Donnelly Shields, a dear, dear friend of mine who's no longer with us, and other things. On the Switchwords list, when you look at the Switchwords list, you'll see that at the top, when new switchwords are introduced, we list who helped to define the switchwords. Same thing on the diffusing words list. All of the words are combined efforts. It's not just CAD. It's not just James Mangan. It's not just Nirav. In fact, shortly after I came into Switchwords, I went through the list that was there from Nirav and Mangan, and I updated, yep, I did, arrogant me, I updated the meanings of some of the switchwords where I saw that there was something beyond what was already present. One that always comes to mind is copy. James Mangan introduced copy to have good taste. I immediately saw that copy was also all about fertility, about reproduction, because, hey, a baby is a copy of its parents. So we have that added in, and there are 25 more universal switchwords on our list than what came to us as a composition from Mangan and Nirav. Blue Iris Learning Center has always been freely available for general reference. Hand-holding extra. I love that. Hand-holding extra. It's a lot of work. I maintain it basically on my own. Some people have the attitude that there's a huge team of people that are maintaining and updating Blue Iris. No, Not really. I am responsible for the community. Joe, my husband, is responsible for blueiris.biz. And everything else is just stuff coming from other people. Stuff that others have helped to contribute. And just a combination of everybody. We have databases. And yes, they are subscription. Why are they subscription? Because those databases represent thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of hours compiling and defining switchword phrases, compiling information, researching information on numbers, and success stories and requests when somebody wants something to address an issue and they request switch phrases. Often those requests and the phrases that come from the request are added in to the Switchwords database so that they are there for easy reference for our members. That's the power of the databases. And they're fully searchable. You can search to see who has contributed what in the database. Those who have contributed to the definitions of the switch words and the diffusing words, they're listed there. And you won't find it on the original universal switch words and the first number of switch words that we defined, simply because we didn't have the database and we weren't tracking who helped what. But once the databases came into being and we had a space where we could do that, we started to cite the people who have contributed. And let me tell you, we have a lot of people who have helped and contributed to Blue Iris Learning Center's database of information. How sweet it is to have connections like that with so many people, to have people that are willing to share. We've been willing to share. They're paying it back. That's awesome. And one more little note. We've been lucky enough that Sonia Gupta has offered her services in combing through the Switchwords groups on Facebook, our Switchwords groups on Facebook, and bringing a list of success stories along with links to them into the forum. She has entered several hundred successes there and links you to them on Facebook. So it's quickly and easily available for searching on the forum, and you can just page through them there. And how can you thank somebody for doing all of that? That's an example of what we do. Manjiri, if I don't pronounce your name right, Manjiri Paranjapi, that's the way I always pronounce it. She has spent many thousands of hours donating time to Blue Iris Learning Center, where she has updated the databases a lot. She has gleaned information from things I have talked with her about, with things on the groups. She combs through articles at Blue Iris Learning Center. She has done some amazing things to help us at Blue Iris Learning Center. And on top of all that, she creates energy circles that she shares with me. She'll interrogate me. Is that the right word? She'll ask me about something and ask about a switch phrase for it, or ask my views on something. And the next thing I know, here comes an energy circle that she has created from what I have given her, or that she's created on her own with her own focus. What a treasure my friends are. And never forget Rhoda. Rhoda in Hyderabad has been a great source for bringing Switchwords to India. It is her focus that has made such a huge difference in India, bringing Switchwords to you. And yep, Rhoda has been there by my side since 2005, before we found Switchwords. Met her on a Bach Flowers group, and we have been the best of friends since that first day that she messaged me. I want to thank Stutii here for asking the questions of me and allowing me to just ramble about things.
Thank you so much, Kat. Thank you for having me here. This has been such a fun Q&A.
And looks like we have at least one more video we're going to do with Stutii. Have yourselves a great day, and I look forward to working with you some more.
Well, that kind of wraps up the second episode with Stutii Singh. And I think her questions are very poignant in helping my mom explain to you guys everything that's going through her mind and what she was been working on with Blue Iris. I believe we have one more video coming up on this, so thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video.